she ended up murdering my nephew at 6 months old. So he got 6 months to live, and he was the happiest, the most. He smiled all the time, laughing all the time, and that took a big part of me out of me, and it's like it kind of made me. That's why I'm so close to my son now, because it's like seeing him as a baby, and I seen my nephew in him. So he would have been 10.
Wow.
He's 10 years old now, and it's still kind of hard on all of us. It's kind of hard on my
Mm.
niece. It's hard on my sister, and
Did then people go to jail for that?
she did go to jail, actually. She
Is that the big reason why you have trouble letting your son go places without you, or is
it is the biggest
you have like a
reason.
fear, like an
Yeah,
underlining fear?
yeah, because and that's why my biggest fear is knowing who my baby mama has around my kid and who watches my kid. It was like 6 months after my son was born. I went to my brother's house for UFC. I'm a big UFC guy.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Well, I'm gonna go to this party with my friend," and she said it's like a family get together. I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna trust you because we've been together for 2 years almost." And she's like, you can trust me." Da da da. Her location was off. She wasn't answering me. She it was just like it was in my head. I'm like, "What is going on? Why shouldn't I answer
Mhm.
me?" This was like in July. I think it was like July 3rd, day before 4th of July. And she wasn't sleeping next to me. She wasn't trying to talk to me. She was all on her phone. She was disrespecting me, being rude. And so on July 4th, I picked her up from work. And I'm like, "Okay, so the fireworks are tonight. Are you coming with me?" She's like, "No, I'm not going with you. I'm going with the dude that she was with." I'm like, "So you're not coming with me and your son? You'd rather go with another dude?" And that's when I finally found out she was cheating on me.
Yeah.
Grew up bouncing house to house, different towns every year. Dad job hopping, mom holding it down. I was stuck in the middle of fear, back and forth, school to school, wondering if I'd even pass. Safe in both homes, but the moving never let the pain pass. Then I lost my little nephew, 6 months taken too soon. That fear still sits in my chest every time my son leave the room. I swear I can't trust nobody watching him when I ain't around. That pain turned into music.
Welcome back to Yogi's Show, the podcast where I have faith. I show love to my guests by having them on, and together we give hope to whoever's watching. Today, I have the privilege and the honor to sit down with DAK Ashley. What's up, DAK?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Just trying to live the dream.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this for a long time, man. How long has it been since you've messaged me, and then you actually messaged me on TikTok and
Yeah, I've
Facebook?
been trying to message you on almost everything for probably past 4 years now.
3 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've been messaging you back. We've always had a connection.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually met up here. We talked about your story, and so I want to apologize for taking so long, but you know that I have so much going on
Mm-hmm.
with my business and trying to create this platform. But eventually, when I did sit down with you, you told me a lot of your story. I have prayed for you
Mm-hmm.
when you were
Yep.
going through things. So I've always tried to be there for you, but also I'm just so busy. So I just want to apologize for taking so long.
You're good because I understand, because usually like you're busy with whatever you gotta do, then I'm busy with what I gotta do. But I'm here now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. And you're a great supporter of my podcast. You watch the episodes, you interact with me on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. So I appreciate that, all, everything that you've done. And that's a big reason why I actually have you here,
Mm-hmm.
because there's people that reach out to me, but I've never see them ever on my Facebook. I see them never like
Yeah, you never see them
posting.
supporting you, then they just want to text you like, "Oh, can I be on the podcast?"
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
haven't shown no support, no love, no anything like that. But
Yeah. So
yep,
yeah. So tell me, so you're an artist. You put music out all over the world and stuff.
yep, music artist. I've been doing it for about 6 years now. I started with just a pair of like gaming headphones and a phone with BandLab. That's what I started on,
Hmm.
and then um, a few years after that, after moved out of my dad's and moved with my mom here in Toledo, I met my friend Jay. He was my audio engineer. He was like he kind of pushed me to my limit
Mhm.
to where now I have, my own microphone, my own studio set up, and he kind of like he edits my music here and there.
Mhm.
So he's a big part of my where I'm at now because he's
Yeah.
the reason why I'm at where I'm at. Like
Did,
so, um, it's
how
been a long road, but
how did you even like what made you even get into music? Like what was the first like spark?
to be honest, like just hearing other artists and then like growing up when I was hearing other artists, I was just like, damn, maybe one day I can do that. And then I tried. I wasn't the best at first. Of course, nobody is the best when
Of
they first
course.
start. But, I'm trying to get better and better, better every year, every day. But just my big idols from back in the day, kind
Mhm.
of growing up is the main reason.
And
So
who are like the rappers that you watched? Like, did you ever watch like Eminem, Machine
yeah,
Gun
like Eminem,
Kelly, all the
MGK is a big
yeah,
one. Might sound a little weird, but like Justin Bieber
yeah, yeah.
or just like Post Malone, he was a big
Hmm.
one too. He's a big part of everything. Just hearing them and me trying to be like them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then growing up, I was a big my sister actually she put me on to Handsome when I was growing up.
Hmm.
And I was like, dang, if he can do it, then I can do it.
Hmm.
So kind of watching him, I used to be a little fanboy, but
Yeah.
um
It's okay though.
he kind of gave me that spark too to like
Hmm.
because I used to listen to like My Baby and like all his old songs.
Hmm.
And then after that I was just trying to do it with myself, and now I'm trying to be myself.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way it is though. Someone can give you a spark. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like um anybody gives us a spark. Handsome, like he gives me a spark because I see how consistent he is, how he puts out his stuff. It doesn't matter. Everybody has an opinion on his music, and it doesn't sound good, and it sounds good. And there's people that like him, and there's people that are not. But remember what I told you outside. You just have to put your stuff out there and find the people that support you.
Mhm.
DAK. And there's going to be people that hate on DAK, but there's going to be people that love DAK. Just like me, there's people that hate on Yogi, but there's people that love Yogi. There's people that watch Yogi stuff, and those people are the people that I have to like support and help. So it's not being about fanboy or nothing. It's about you see something in somebody that gives you an idea to become somebody, and then you can surpass anybody. You know.
Yeah, I was like you too. I changed my name at least 5, 6
Oh
times.
yeah,
I
what was it? Tell me
I
all the
went
names.
from like I went from who Ricardo Philippi is? Not
Uh,
Ricardo Philippi, Fonts. He goes by like Cartel Fonts.
no,
He was like in like a big his brother is like a barber,
okay,
Ricardo. Uh I used to be NBA Cartel. So
okay,
like NBA Youngboy and then
yeah, yeah,
mixed with Cartel. And I was like, nah, I can't be that because that's two names already that I'm taking. I can get copyrighted for that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then that's when I went with Lil Dak for a while. But now that I have a son,
He's
if
little
he
Dak.
wants to grow up and do that, then he's the junior, I'm the senior. So
Yeah,
that's why I kind of just changed my name to Dak because if he wants to start, then he can be Lil Dak, not
yeah,
me.
yeah,
So I changed my name about I can't remember the other names because it was a long time ago,
yeah,
but
yeah. So Dak is what you stick, and
I'm sticking with it.
that's
Yeah.
a play on your real name.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like just the first three letters of
Yep.
your real name. Yeah, and it's perfect.
And everybody's
Dak.
like, "Oh, Dak Prescott." Nope, just Dak.
Yeah, Dak. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, everyone's gonna have an opinion on everything. So okay, so that's how it all started.
Mhm.
Tell me about where'd you grow up? Are you from Toledo?
I'm from Defiance, Ohio. Actually,
Defiance, Ohio.
yeah, I
Okay.
was born in Defiance, and then I was a little bit of everywhere. Defiance, Continental, Paulding, Napoleon, and then finally, I'm here. Finally, I came here, and now it's just like I'm stuck here. I feel like
But how? Okay, so tell me about your youth in Defiance, traveling. Why were you going from house to house and place to place? Was it like what did you have a good were you like a millionaire? Did you grow up
no,
struggling? Uh were you guys moving around from mansion to mansion? Like tell me about your
actually.
life.
Actually, when I was growing up, it wasn't the best. My dad, we've been through different houses. Like always job hopping,
Mhm.
and it's kind of hard.
And
But
it was your
then
mom and dad together?
no, I was like still born when they got divorced. So I was when I w- so me growing up,
Uh-huh.
I was growing up with both of them split. So I
Oh.
was between my mom, my dad, my mom, my dad, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Ever
Because
since forever, you
ever
never
since I was a
remember them?
youth, yes.
Okay.
So like when I lived with my dad, we're house to house, school to school, and then with my mom's always been good with keeping jobs and maintaining houses. So like my mom always had like a house she had for about 5 6 years apiece, and but with my dad it was always like moving and moving and moving.
Mhm.
So that's why I kind of finally just stuck with like, well, we had this big house in Paulding. It was a
Mhm.
nice house. My dad had it for a while. It had a big yard. That's where I think I was like 7 or 8.
Mhm.
I was out there all the time. I lived out there. My dad was with this one girl. They ended up having a baby, which was my little sister.
Mhm.
Um, the house was nice out there. I grew up like I was practicing golf. We had parties out there, hot tubs. I would watch football, play football by myself in the big old like thing.
Yeah.
But then they ended up breaking up. So then after they broke up, I that's when I finally just officially moved with my mom
Mm.
because I was like tired of um, going back and forth. And then,
Yeah.
I was always seeing my dad and then going to my mom. But growing up wasn't the best. It was
Yeah.
kind of it was tough
Yeah,
growing
it
up.
was tough going from
Very,
house to house,
yeah,
house
school
to
to
house.
school, not knowing like, oh, am I gonna get my credits, or like, am I gonna get my credits, or are they gonna pass me from going
Mhm.
school to school? Because some schools, if you're gonna sit there and leave mid school year and you go to a new school, who
Yeah.
knows if they're gonna pass you?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was like my biggest fear. But
Okay, how but your parents were hardworking parents. They were, like, trying their best,
yes,
right?
trying their best. They always made sure we had clothes on our back, food in our mouth, a roof over our head,
Yeah.
and that's all that matters for growing up.
Yeah, yeah. So that growing up, at least, even though they had their own where they split up,
Hmm.
they were trying to make your life. Were you safe at both houses?
Yes,
Yeah,
very. Yeah, I was really. My dad's a big protector. My mom's a big protector.
exactly.
So,
So they were trying their best for the situation they were in.
and some things happen. Life
Mhm.
happens. Not everybody's perfect, but
Yeah, yeah,
there's always room for improvement,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's
And
all.
a lot of it, because you talk to me about your life now.
Hmm.
And a lot of that stuff is a lot of the stuff that's going on with you and your kid and your baby mama now, does that bring up a lot of trauma because you remember that,
Yeah,
like
it
that back and forth?
it does because now that I have like a son and somebody
Yeah.
that's mini,
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to give him that life. I want to be able to maintain a job. I want to get a house,
Mhm.
and I want to give him a better life than I had,
Yeah.
just because he deserves that.
Yeah.
And so far, that's what I'm trying to push to and push to and push to. Like that's why I started out with a little apartment at 23,
Mhm.
and then when my lease is over, then it's a house, and
Yeah.
hopefully it can go up from there.
Yeah, you gotta do it the right way. Okay, remember when your dad lived with that girl at Pauldine, and you said that was a great house.
Hmm.
He had a great relationship with that woman. You guys, he had your little sister.
Yep.
So, and then when they broke up, it kind of like you were like, oh man, kind of depressed. Then you went and moved in with your mom and all that, right?
Hmm.
But just how you were happy at that house, that's what you have to create. You have to recreate that one house where you had where you're the dad. You have to find, the lucky lady that you create this beautiful next family. Because if your if you and your baby mama already broke up and all that, and she has a new guy and all that, you have to create that new family, right?
Hmm.
And then bring your son into when you do get him, you bring him and you make him happy, and so you remember that when how you happy you were when that
Yep.
house and Pauline, and you just like I could see the happiness when you were talking about it. You have to create that at your apartment. You have to create that at whatever house. Don't be a player. Don't show your son be a player. I got different girlfriends every day. No, try to find, your wife, try to find your woman for life, and create this beautiful family for him, so when he comes over, it's peaceful, and try not to break that family up, because you set the example for him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Speaking of
Sorry,
finding, no, you
I
good.
I want to I want this not to just be a regular podcast like I always do.
Right.
I want this to be for me and you to
Yep.
learn. You know what I mean?
Speaking of you actually saying finding a woman to make you happy, my dad found that woman later after um him and the other girl broke
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
which is like my mom now.
yeah, yeah,
So, and I remember telling you about that, how
yeah. A long time ago.
she's a big part of my life, how she's a big part of everybody's life.
Mhm.
And ever since when I first met her, I
What's
called
her
her
name? What's her name?
Kathy.
Kathy.
Yeah, when I first met her, I called her mom within like the first 3 days because because like like her connection with us kids was like way better than the last person.
Mhm.
And she's the type of person to push you and push you and push you, and she wants to see you be like successful. And if you ever need like somebody to talk to, if you need help with anything and you call her, she's always there. And that's one main thing that I love about that girl is she raised me the man that I am today. Like my mom, she raised me,
Yeah.
but she has raised me to be the man I am today. And I always tell her like, "Oh, well, these girls want to know how you are today." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Because of you." And I even told her that. I said, "You are the main reason why I am who I am today, because you have raised me to be a good guy. You have raised me to treat women well. You have raised me to do this." And because she's been around for, I think they've been together for, I don't want to get it wrong, but I might get it wrong. I think they've been
Mhm.
together for about 14 years, married
Wow.
for 12, I think.
Yeah.
But she, just looking back and just all that stuff,
Mhm.
she's a big part of my life. And I would never take it for granted. And I will
Yeah.
never, we've been through a lot, but that's life.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So you have examples. So you have examples of the woman that you need to find, put into your life. She has to love you. She has to be obsessed with you, with your
mhm,
son. She has to be like a mom. You have to find like a mom that's willing to step into your life. And then you have more kids with her, and then your son comes over,
mhm,
and but she has to treat him just like he's her son. And then that right there, that's when everything starts fixing itself.
yeah,
So but you got to do it step by step too. Don't go get in a relationship when you don't have this and this. Like you said, you got the apartment. Next you have like dreams. What are your dreams, like for a house, you said? And
yeah. I've been really big into country.
mm,
So like my goal is hopefully maybe get like a house in like the city,
mhm.
and then for like a few years,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so I have time to build my credit, have time to build my money, and then I want to hopefully before I'm 30 get a country house with like be able to get like horses and stuff like that,
Oh,
because
for real?
yeah, I want to turn fully country. Like I want to be like riding horses and have cattle and chickens and stuff like
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
just a goal of mine because it's always been a goal of mine.
Oh, wow.
And I just think, some girls like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And my main goal is to try to find like somebody that's also in the country that will do that with me.
So, but you don't give that image right now. The image that you give right now is like, like an artist, like a
Yeah.
rapper. Like,
I mean, I'll still be making music like
what kind of
that, but
music do you make? Like, is it like rap?
I wouldn't say
I
it's
mean, I know, but I want everybody listening to know.
I wouldn't say rap. I make more of like a Rod Wave, Tusi, um, and all them just kind of like pain that I've been through.
Mhm,
And I mainly people get annoyed by it, but I do make a lot of music about my breakup,
mhm.
about 'cause every time they hear a song, it's like, dude, you're always making music about your baby mama.
Yeah, yeah,
Change it up. Well, that's my trauma. That's
yeah.
what my music is. Well, I make my music about that because when I think about stuff like that and it clicks in my head, then when I make it like put on a beat, then it's relieving. It's
Mm.
relieving to me. So it's like people always say, I'm like, yeah, I know, but there's nothing I can do because that's the biggest trauma that, well, not the biggest, but it's a heartbreak that I went through. So
Yeah, yeah.
so that my music's basically based off heartbreak or sad, and I'm trying to change it up a little bit so it's not
Mhm.
always like that.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah. Well, also like, okay, so if you're making music from your perspective, your experiences, there's going to be sad experiences and there's going to be happy experiences. So when you do have the happy experiences, you got to make songs about
mhm,
that too. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So like make songs about like, especially now, like now that you already went through the breakup, through all that, you already made that album, that song. Now focus on yourself. You're rebuilding. Make songs about your rebuilding process. Make songs about your son. You know what I mean? Like the
yeah,
fatherhood, the new relationship, the new, you know, like I said earlier, use your surroundings, use the city, like you can figure out ways to change it up because you're changing. You can't be sad forever.
and I don't think that I will be sad forever because
Hmm.
I'm to the point in life right now where I'm starting to get that spark back in life. So like, I'm becoming like a big family guy again. I'm becoming happy again, like
Hmm.
smiling, being, enjoying the things that I do, the people I hang out with, and just having that spark come back, it just feels good because now I
Yeah.
know what's ahead of me.
Yeah,
So
and you're on Yogi's show,
right,
bro.
I'm on Yogi's show finally.
Yeah, you're on Yogi's show.
4
Like
years later,
every
finally.
everything's moving up, bro. And then like this right here, you never know. Let's see if somebody else will get you on another show. Let's see if maybe Robert will get you on the show. Maybe somebody else will like everything can trickle down to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Can we go back to
Yeah, go back to wherever you want. I don't know where we're at.
the parent part?
Yeah, let's
The
do
parent part.
that.
So I spoke about my stepmom, which
Yeah.
I don't really call her my stepmom because she's not a stepmom. But my real mom,
Mm,
that lady right there, let me tell you, she makes me so emotional sometimes in life
mm,
because of the woman that she is. So I like when I need somebody, she's there.
mm,
When I was like needing somewhere to go or I want to leave my dad's house, she always opened her door for anybody and everybody. Like her door was always open
mm,
when she had her own things. So, you know, after growing up and then, going live with my mom, she always did everything for me. So well, not just me, but my other siblings. If you needed money, she'll give it to you. If you need rides, she'll give it to you. And she was just open arms, open
mm,
hand, anything. And now that I'm older, it's my turn to pay her back.
mm,
So she went through like this little phase where she was drinking a lot, like alcohol, and she lost her house
mhm,
that she was in for 6 years, 7 years, and then she was like house jumping. So she was living with her best friend. She had hip surgery, and then she didn't want to be there no more. So then I got my own place. So then she was like, "Can I just come stay with you? I'll help you pay rent. I'll help you
mm.
do this, do that." Of course, like you were there for me when I needed somewhere to go. You were
Yeah.
there for me when I had nowhere to go or anything. So I'm like, of course, you can come here and you can share a room with my son and stuff like that. But that lady right there, she's like my best friend as of right now. Like our bond has been growing
Oh.
bigger and bigger and bigger every single day. And like it's probably like the best mom I could ever ask for.
Mm.
And knowing that me and my dad don't have the best connection, just having that connection with my mom is like it's amazing to me because
Yeah.
she
What's your
just
that's your real mom? You're
uh
talking about your real mom?
yeah, her name is Lee.
You're Lee. Okay.
Yeah,
So your
Lee.
real mom, his name's Lee.
And then my
Your
stepmom is
stepmom's
Kathy.
Kathy.
Yep.
Okay. So right now you're living with your real mom, Lee. She lives with you
Yeah, she lives with me as of right now.
and she helps you with the baby sometimes and stuff like
Yep,
that.
she helps me when I want to go out with friends. She'll babysit him when I have him on the weekends or
Yeah.
me and her we're constantly going to get lunch together, constantly going to dinner together.
Yeah.
And she's a hardworking woman, and
Mm.
that's one thing I can say is that she does work hard, and just seeing her how she is and knowing that our bond is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day.
Hmm.
It's a true blessing.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. So you got a lot of great women in your life.
Hmm.
And how about your dad? How about your relationship with your dad? That's been rocky, right?
It's been rocky, yeah. Recently we actually been hanging out. We actually
Okay.
been talking a lot, going fishing,
Yeah, that's good.
and things have been good. We
Yeah, let's
talked
not
about
let's not
everything.
mess up the relationship. Like, let's not like through our conversation. Like, let's enjoy that he's
Yeah.
like you guys are doing good. Let's not make it like his. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you guys to go backwards.
Oh yeah.
I want you guys to go forward.
That's one thing we're working on. We're just working on trying to get that bond back,
Hmm.
because you always want to have. You only get two parents.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll get lucky with one other one like me,
yeah, yeah,
but you can only get two main parents, the ones that created you. And that's how I look at it. Is I can hate my dad for as long as I want,
yeah.
but then I go to realize and I get emotional because it's like you only get one dad. I can hate my dad. If something happens to my dad, I'm gonna be hurt. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna be upset. I'm gonna be, it's gonna be a big heartbreak on me. So that's why I kind of just forgave him for everything that he did.
yeah,
And you know, just now that we're finally hanging out again, and I go over there and see him, and I don't want to keep my son from
yeah,
them, and just all good positivity things now, and you know, just where it's going in the right direction where I want it
yeah.
to go.
I mean, I think your dad, that his end thing, he wants the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to become a man. He wants you to forget about these girls. He wants you to focus. I know because I'm a dad. So I know that he wants the best for you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that he probably just kind of strict on you because he wants you to wake your ass up, forget about those girls, focus on yourself, focus on your son. He's like, son, focus on yourself.
And that's exactly what he says. It's those same words. Like you have a son now. You need to work as much as you can. You need to, not worry about being in a relationship or be worried
Yeah,
about the girls. You need to be worried about your kid. And I'm like, Dad, I am. Like,
yeah, yeah,
I'm just trying to find happiness. That's all I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
find. Someone that will make me and DJ happy. So
It will.
it's a
It will.
waiting game, but God will bring that girl to me. Like
Mhm.
everybody tells me, it's all God's
Yeah, you want you because you
timing.
sorry.
Like it.
You like to have a good healthy
Mm-hmm.
relationship, right? Like you want to find that girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Or you don't want to be the player or none of that stuff, right? Do you?
Nope. I'm kind of in like a phase like that right now, but I want to get out of that phase,
Mhm,
and I want to find, like everybody says, they want to find the girl of their dreams. Like you
mhm.
found your wife,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm sure she's the girl of your dreams.
yeah, yeah,
So, everybody wants to find the girl of their dreams, and that's one thing I'm trying to look for, but not really look for at the same time. Let
yeah.
them come to me.
I met my wife at the gym, man. I was just in there working out. She was behind me working out, and then little by little, we just like got like a gym crush. You know what I mean? Like you get like a gym crush,
Hmm.
and then we start saying good morning, and then eventually we started going on, Facebook, and then dates. We like start becoming Facebook friends, and we started going on dates, and then we figured out that we knew so many people, and you know, little by little, God will send you the woman, and come to find out, you know what I mean? She's she's the boss at her job. I was just getting out of prison, just starting my business. I needed a great woman that was like successful. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I couldn't be the guy that's gonna take care of a woman just getting out of prison. So she helped me move up into the world, and she let me move in with her, and she let me become who I am. She gave me the grace to say, "Hey, come on, become the man that you're supposed to be." And I've created everything that I have because I have a good wife that supported me from the beginning.
Hmm.
And my family, my friends, my sisters. I've had a lot of good support from everyone, you know?
Yeah. And I wish I had, that support too, because my family never really supported me with my music. None of
Yeah.
my family do. And I mean, Some of them do, like my brother, he does. My siblings, they do sometimes. But any like my mom's side, none of them, support me. They'd be like, "Oh, well, your music's trash. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna make it." You know what I mean? So it's like, and then some of my dad's family, like some of my dad's side, some don't listen to my music either. Some of them do.
I smile because they do that shit to
Yeah,
me.
and
My
it's like
family does
it
that shit
just
to me.
motivates you better, like more and more and more. So please just keep saying it, because every time
Yeah.
they say it, I'm like, okay,
Okay.
it just motivates me more.
Like I
So
want to prove you wrong
it's not
even
just gonna
more.
stop me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. You're making me want to do even go
right.
harder. Yeah.
But I don't really care about the support. I'm doing it for me, and it's one of my dreams that I want to do. And if
Yeah.
I was to ever quit, then I would just find something else to do.
Yeah. And then guess what? If you do, like, let's say you do make like whatever you make, like, let's say you made $1 million, they'd be like, "What up,
Right.
cuz?"
Then if I was to make it and I was to get signed, or I
Yeah.
would be, I had a net worth of a whole bunch of stuff I pulled up with, like a Lambo or something, then they'll be, "Oh yeah, well you did make it,
That was my cuz. What
right?
up,
That's my
cuz?
cuz. Can I get a pic? Can I get money?" No, you weren't there supporting me when I
Yeah.
was down. You ain't gonna support me when I'm up. So
Yeah.
I'm always gonna remember that.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, bro, no one's gonna support our dreams because our dreams are in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know our dreams, right? We can only support it. We have to create it. We have to. You have to work your butt off, go to the studio, pay the day. You have to do that, make the beats, make the songs, put them out there, get it rolling. You gotta do it all, and then somebody will support you
Yep.
because they don't want to. They don't see your vision. They just see you as little Dakota,
Right.
Dak, the little
Yeah.
Dak. Like you're just a kid. Like the other day, you were just here, like in diapers. Now you want to be a
Yeah.
rapper.
They will support you when you're up, but they won't support you when you're down. And
Uh,
that's one thing I always think to myself all the time. Like, you don't have to support me, but when I make it, I know you're gonna be supporting me, and I'm not gonna.
yeah, it's all good, Dak. Everything's gonna come for you, my brother. Because if it comes for everybody else, you just have to put in the work, be consistent. There's a couple things going on with your phone right now, so you gotta eventually get a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
Yep.
What happened to your phone? You got water on it or
Yeah,
something?
I was actually at, like, it was a birthday party, and it was
Yeah.
hot. We just got done having a water balloon fight, and my cousin, um, he he had like this bucket, and I was just sitting there in the chair just like
Oh
this with
my
my
God,
phone right on my
cousin.
lap, and I just get a towel thrown at me, a wet towel just thrown at me. I'm like, "What the heck?" And the next thing you know, I got a whole thing of water just on my lap. So my cousins hurried up, grabbed my phone, and just hitting it like this. I'm like, "Bro, I just had my phone on my lap. You didn't see it?" And he's
Yeah.
like, and then like it kind of escalated. He's like, "Oh well, your baby mama can buy you a new one." Da da da. Just that smart stuff. And it's just
Yeah.
like, but if it
Oh my
got ruined all
God.
the way, that I would have no phone, no way to communicate,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
pictures of my kid, because my phone
Uh,
has all my pictures of my son, and all my unreleased music's on there.
you gotta.
And it's just like he just doesn't think. And um it's just crazy to
No,
me.
because the thing is, like I was telling you earlier, if my phone gets ruined, my whole show gets ruined.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand. Like we have so much information, so much stuff in our phone. That's basically your everything that you've been working for
Right.
so long is in that phone.
And it kind of
So, but is
irritated
it
me. But
recording videos and
yeah,
everything
it
good?
records videos. It just dies fast, and then it just
Okay.
has troubles charging sometimes.
So we might need to go and maybe upgrade the battery one day or something.
Yeah, or just see if I can finally get an upgrade.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, eventually. Yeah, eventually you'll get the upgrade. Do you do iPhone or Galaxies?
iPhone,
You
Apple.
do? See, I have a Galaxy. My phone works good. Like I don't have no problems, but I've never been into the Apple like,
Mm.
I've never had Apple
Yeah, I grew up
whatever.
with a flip phone. So my very first phone was a flip phone. So I was
Mm,
over here like flicking that up, and then,
yeah, yeah.
answering calls. And then my mom finally got me a phone. My mom was getting us phones like every single 2 to 3 months. And that's when I was an Android. And
Mm,
I finally, when I turned 18, I got my first job. And then I got my first iPhone. I think I had like the iPhone 10, I think it was, and
Mhm.
then I got this one.
Yeah, tell me about like high school. Where'd you go to high school at? Because now that you're talking about iPhones and stuff,
Yeah,
did you
so
have cell phones in school like back then, right?
yeah, I did. Actually, well, like I was
Dude, when I was in school, there was no phones. There's
really
pagers.
pagers.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, we had a house when I lived with my dad, and we all got grounded. It was me, my brother, and my stepsister. We all got grounded,
Mm,
and somewhere, somehow, there was a pager in my brother's room. There was two
yeah.
of them. My brother's room, my sister's room. I didn't have nothing. And when we all got grounded to our rooms, we were over there like hitting the pager, like, "You all right over there? You all right over there?" And it was like the funniest thing ever.
Mm.
But to the high school thing, I kind
No, I
of
mean, you talking about like walkie talkies?
no, it's like those little. It's like that thing, but it has
Yeah.
like the buttons on it, and you can
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hit it, and then
It'll sound over there.
yeah, it'll sound to the other side,
Oh, okay.
and because there's like the thing that plugs into those little things in the
See,
wall.
but pagers weren't that. Pagers are these little things like this, and you clip them on right here, right? And then you go to a payphone and you type in your phone number and you say, "Call me," and it sends me a phone number, right? And a pager, and I look at that phone number, and then I go to a payphone, I put in a quarter, and I call you, and I'm like, "What up, bro?"
What?
Yeah. Back in the day, you would send me a phone number on a little machine right here, and then I would have to go call you.
That's
That's how it works.
crazy.
That's how pagers worked back in the day. They were just these little things that you clip them on right here. And we use pay phones. That's what a real pager is.
Wow, that would have been crazy if that's still here nowadays. Like imagine just not having no social
You've never
media.
heard of
No,
that? That
no, I
pager
never
like
heard of
that?
that. No,
Doctors would have them all over there, and people would page doctors.
that's
That's
crazy.
crazy, dude. That's how take. That's when I was in high school. So tell me about your. How were you in high school? Did you go to high school during COVID and all that?
Uh, During COVID, I was at Whitmer, so
Oh,
I was uh started in person, and then it went online. I think we were in person like 2 days out the week, and then the rest was online, like on the tablet or
mm,
whatever. They gave us a laptop, and then after I went to Whitmer for 2.5 years, and then I went to this one. It was not Whitmer, but it was like early graduating class. It's like I had to get 25 credits for the whole year to pass. So like they would constantly give us all these tests, and every time I go in, it was you got 2 days of study, and then you got hit with like 10 tests to take, and you have to pass every single test.
mm,
So then it got hard, and then me and my dad ended up getting into it. That's when I was with my dad here in Toledo,
mm,
and we ended up getting into it, and then I ended up going to my mom, and I went to Glass City. And when I went to Glass City, I spent a year there, and then I graduated in 2022 as 11th grade, and then with like a 3.9 GPA. And they said it's Glass City's. Oh well, they'll just pass you if they want to. Not really.
mm,
I was actually working hard. You still gotta take state tests. When I was at any other school,
mm,
and I took them state tests, I was always in the basic, which is like the worst. When I went to Glass City, I took my state test. I passed every single one of them by 720,
mm.
which is like
Above.
above a lot.
Oh, okay.
So like I passed every single one of them. So I feel like if I was able to take an ACT or whatever those things are called,
Mm,
I feel like I would be able to pass that to go to college.
yeah.
But I didn't take it that far because I'm not. I didn't think I was that smart.
Mm. Why?
Just because like growing up, my grades weren't the best.
Yeah, yeah.
I was always a class clown. So every time I went to school, I went to East Broadway in middle school.
Mm,
I met these two guys, and we were always class clowns. We were always in the,
mm,
we were in the morning, early in the morning. We'll just be on the worst behavior, get in trouble. Teachers calling our mom in the room like, "Yeah, your son's
mm,
acting up," or detention. And we're just doing dumb things, throwing stuff at each other. But I never thought I was book smart,
yeah.
so I didn't think. I mean, it's never too late.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm never too young to go to college. So if it ever like hits my mind, like, oh, I want to be this, I want to do that, then I might go to college because I
Yeah.
know that I have a good GPA. But I'll probably go to like Owens or
Yeah, but you
something.
graduated, so yeah, you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want. You can go to college. Like let's say your music career takes off, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're still gonna need people to like run your business, run numbers. So there's some people that they still go to college for business. They still go to college for marketing. They do a couple courses because the music industry, it's not like you're gonna be from 0 to 1 million followers. You're gonna have to build into it. So the more you learn about the business, the marketing, all of that will help you. Even if you take a music course
Mm-hmm.
or a music business course, something like that, you never know. I don't even know if that's available.
Yeah, that is actually that is I almost started. We went to like the college campus of Owens, and they were like showing us everything, and there was actually something where you can do like music, like producing music. So like
Yeah.
you can go in there, you can learn like the producing of everything, how and then become like a engineer. It's like a
Yeah.
audio engineer, producer, and then like some other things too you
Yeah,
can do.
that's something that like you could apply for grants. You can
Mhm.
get that stuff like maybe like being like you can say that I'm a dad, I'm a single. I don't know. There's all kinds of things to look into, grants, and then imagine if you do get that engineering degree, then you can become an artist, an engineer, a this, a that. You can help other people
Yep.
grow, and then it brings up your credentials. You say you have that, that degree,
Mhm.
and then you do a couple classes in business, all that stuff, man. You're so young. You have so many opportunities, you know. I started my business when I was 36. So it's only been like 7 years or something like that. Or no, I was in prison when I was 36. I didn't get out of prison till I was 40.
Dang.
So like I started my life figuring out my life when I was 40. So you're already way ahead of me, like way ahead of a lot of people. You're starting to figure it out. You got to know no one's here to save your life.
Mhm.
No one, not
And I always
mom,
think
not
that.
dad, not nobody. They can guide you, they can show you, but Dak, you have to be in charge of it, buddy. You have to go get that money. You have to create that thing. You have to create the dreams. Whatever dream you want, you have to create it because they're still trying to figure out their life. Is your
Mhm.
dad's life perfect?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
Is my dad's life perfect? No.
Nope.
Is my life perfect? I told you earlier, I'm not perfect. I want to be open and honest with you. I do things that are bad. I'm not perfect.
I mean, I do too. I drink, smoke,
Yeah.
and you know, cuss a lot. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of things. There's a lot of pros and
But you
cons.
believe in God, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
I believe in God. And God's protecting us. He's been protecting us since we were little kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if you woke up today, that means because he has a plan for you today and tomorrow.
And every time I wake up, I just look up and I'm like, thank God, thank you
Yeah.
God for another day, because life's short.
Yeah.
There's people that's getting, young kids out here that's getting their life taken away, young,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
here I am just still standing, waking up and stuff, and they're not waking up. So
Yeah.
it's like, and it's sad that it's coming like that, but at the same time, it's like,
Oh yeah. Let's talk. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about that. You're talking about that. Remember? Okay. Um, you have a hard trouble with the baby going places
mm-hmm,
from like your baby mama and her. I don't know her, your baby. I don't know her name or nothing, but um, you know how you said that she takes him places and it makes you nervous.
yeah.
There's a story behind that, right? Tell me about like don't you have like a little like
Oh, my
your
nephew.
nephew?
Yeah,
Like that's a story that you told me a long time ago,
I
but
remember when I was telling you that.
yeah.
So back in
Okay,
26.
hold on. Let's just start all over. Let me. All right, we're back. All right, all right. So tell me the story about um your nephew and stuff.
So back in I want to say 2017. Well, 2016, I got a call. I was at school, and it was my first nephew that I ever had, because I grew up around 5 girls. So, I always want to know what it's like to grow up with like a boy finally, because I was young. I didn't have, my sisters never really did nothing with me or anything like that. So, like 2017, my sister was with this guy named Tony, and but it was like a one night stand thing. And then Tony was with this girl named Angie, and Angie is the girl that was watching my nephew. And because Tony wanna have a baby with Angie, she got jealous. And for her being jealous, she ended up murdering my nephew at 6 months old. So he got 6 months to live, and, he was the happiest, he smiled all the time, laughing all the time, and that took a big part of me out of me. And it's like it kind of made me, that's why I'm so close to my son now, because it's like seeing him as a baby
Mhm.
reflected me, and I seen my nephew in him. So, it wasn't easy to talk about at first, but
Mhm.
now it's getting easier because he would have been 10.
Wow.
He's 10 years old now.
Mhm.
And it's still kind of hard on all of us. It's kind of hard on my
Mhm.
niece. It's hard on my sister. And
Did them people go to jail for that?
she did go to jail actually. She tried lying,
Yeah.
saying that she didn't do it. She ended up when he was at the hospital, she was at the hospital trying to play it off like she didn't do it. But then
Yeah.
after they did like the fingerprints and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then that's when she got arrested. She ended up getting, I think it was like 15 years to life
Uh,
or something like that. And it's not easy. It's
mhm.
not,
I'm
because
sorry,
you
bro.
just every year goes by and it goes by so quick. So April comes by so quick.
Mhm.
His birthday comes back, and it's like having to release balloons every single year.
Mhm.
And just
Is that the big reason why you have trouble letting your son go places without you, or
it
is
it is the biggest
do you have like a
reason.
fear, like an
Yeah.
underlining fear?
Yeah, because and that's why my biggest fear is knowing who my baby mama has around my kid and who
Mhm.
watches my kid. And that's why I'm so, so harsh on her, because she I'm so used to her doing, like, ever since we broke up, it's been guy to guy to guy to guy. And you never know who you can trust. You can trust them for the first few months,
Yeah.
and they could always get jealous, and they can, do something to your kid. And that's my biggest fear, is something happening to my son when he's not in my arms, because I know when he's with me, he's safe. And I know he's safe with her.
Yeah.
But if she's at work, and let's say the dude that she's with is watching him or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
anything can happen. And that's like the biggest fear. And that's why I'm so like, I'm scared to who watches my son. That's
Mhm.
why I usually just ask my mom or my siblings or my brother, because I'm not just
Yeah.
gonna send my son somewhere.
Yeah, and it's not nothing against her, nothing against her boyfriend right now.
Yeah.
It's just there's something that happened in your family that's created this underlying fear of
Yep.
other people watching your son, which is very understandable in that situation.
And I
And I don't understand how
explained.
people don't understand that.
Yeah, and I explained that to him when I first met the dude that she's with. I'm like, when she told me like, "Oh well, just so you know, he's gonna be watching your son," and I told him, I said, "Can I trust you?
Mhm.
Like, I lost my nephew to murder, so I need to be able to trust you to watch my kid
Mhm.
while she's at work." And he's like, "Well, I have a daughter myself, so I'm good with kids and I treat kids all the same." And da da da. And I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, okay, well, I think it's been like 2 months, and it's been okay. And I'm just hoping that I don't have to sit here and have to fear for anything
No.
more, that the longer that they're together.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, that's a really good thing that he does have his own daughter. Well, it kind of like, does he allowed to watch his own daughter and all
well,
that?
he said it's not like his daughter. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
a girl, basically like a kid that
He
he
has like a
raised.
stepdaughter.
Yeah, like a kid that
Okay.
he raised basically.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But he said when I heard that he's usually good with kids, I told him, I said, I'm giving you my full trust.
Yeah.
Like, don't break that trust, because if you break that trust, then it's not gonna be it's gonna be
Yeah.
ugly. So, and that's what I said. I said if you break that trust and anything happens to my son, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because it has to be ugly.
Yeah.
Because no one could touch your son. No one could do nothing to him. Because we can't let that happen. Us as men. That's why I always feared that, man. When my kids were growing up, I was a piece of shit dad, bro. I wasn't there. I was I was always worried about myself. I was worried about girls.
Mm-hmm.
I was into like selling drugs, and I tried to be a good dad, but I just was never prepared to be a good dad. So I always feared that too, but I was not. I wasn't like you. Like you're actually setting yourself up. That's why I'm telling you. You're so much ahead of us, so much ahead of like me. Like you're only 20. How old are you?
23.
You're 23 and you're starting to figure out things that I never figured out till like now. And my kids are 23. I have a daughter that's your age. I have a son that's 21. My kids are like you. And I'm just now figuring out that I was a piece of shit dad. I always thought I was a good dad. But really, was I? If I wasn't around, if I was worried about the wrong things, I wasn't a good dad. And my daughter and my son will tell you, yes, dad, you were a good dad. You were there. But really, dog, I should have been better. So you have to make sure that your son's okay at all times because no one else is. His mom is probably, but you're the a second half of that. So make
Mm-hmm.
sure, always make sure, because we can't put him in a situation where he's too little. He can't defend himself.
Right.
So you got to be make sure that and trust and believe that God got him all the time too. Because we got to have that ultimate faith that God has him, but you also got to make sure that that guy's not a piece of crap and all that. So
Right.
you're doing your part,
And
but
that's
also
just my
have
biggest
faith.
part in
Yeah.
life. Just making sure my son's safe. Comes back to me alive.
Mhm.
Comes back to me not bruised up. Comes back to me, the happy kid that he is every time he sees me.
Yeah.
Dad, dad. That's that's a big part of my
Yeah,
life.
because man, okay, so you and your girl, you guys were together and you guys what happened? Like it seemed like a very happy relationship. I remember you guys first broke up. How did it all fall apart? Because it looked like it was going to be a happy family for a minute there.
So we went to school together. We went to
You were going to
Glass
get
City.
married, right? All
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. We went to school together at Glass City, but she was in a relationship
Okay.
at Glass City. So I was working one day and I got a message and she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm good, just working."
Where'd you work at?
I was working at it's called Adler Pelzer in 2022.
Okay.
It's like in Oregon. It's like a carpet company, like making carpet for like Jeep and I think it was Ram and stuff like
Okay.
that. And I'm over here texting her at work. I'm like, "Well, I'm at work. I can text you when I'm off work."
And you think you're excited, right?
Yeah, because when I
Is
when
she
I went to
pretty?
when I went to Glass City,
Yeah.
she was doing my eyebrows.
Oh,
We were
okay.
talking. Her dude got mad that we were talking, and we just had like
Because she's cosmetic. She does cosmetics or something. Oh,
no,
she's
she
doing your
was yeah, she was
eyebrows.
just doing like my eyebrows because we had like free time in class. So it's
Okay.
like I was always next to her. Her friends and stuff like that were my friends,
Yeah.
and her dude got jealous about that. We never really spoke to each other. It was kind of like she was doing somebody's eyebrows, so I'm just like, I went up to her like, "You want to do mine?"
Mm.
So while she was doing mine, the dude she was with got jealous, and so like throughout the year, I never really seen her because I don't think we're in the same classes, but we went to the same school. So after we both graduated, that's when she messaged me out of the blue, and I was like, when I seen her message me, we were messaging for like a week, and I told her, I said, "Well, I'm at home, we'll be on FaceTime. She will watch me sleep. Like it
Mm.
was like an everyday, all day FaceTime thing. She watched me sleep when I got home from work until I woke up. Well, one day I'm like, well, you should come see me. I'm right here. I'm right down the street from you. So one day she was like, okay, well, I'm on my way. She stood me up. Like she never showed up.
Uh,
So then the next day she finally showed up, and it's like that hug that we had. It connected both of us. So ever since when we got that hug,
yeah.
after that day, we hung out. We went on our first date to the movies. Um, I was paying for everything.
Yeah.
So we went to the movies. Then we went out to, Frickers, and then we had dinner, and then she was staying with me.
You
She
was
has,
tricking. You was
yeah,
tricking on her.
kind of. And she had like a little daughter. She had a little,
Oh, she has another kid?
yeah, she has like a little daughter. Her name is
Okay.
Ellie. And, she was like, I think she was like 2, just turning 2.
Mhm.
And, they would come over, they would stay with me. And it got to a point where like something happened so that she had to move in with me. So I asked my mom, like I told you, my mom was always like door open. So I asked my mom, like, hey, can my girlfriend come move in with me? And she's like, yeah. So, it's like 3 months. I think we're like 3 months in. And then, that's when she wanted to go out to a party with her cousin.
Mm.
And I
And then
remember,
she brought the daughter to live with you too?
yeah.
So her daughter
Yeah,
started moving.
her daughter had my mom gave up her room for her daughter.
Okay.
And she was with us, well, they were with us for like, I think a few months. Not even like a few months. I think we were together. I want to say we were in a year before we moved out. So like 3 months in, she wanted to go out to a party with her friend and her cousin. Well, I told her to take a pregnancy test because like I had that. Something told me in my mind, like I don't know what it was. Something told me
God.
that's that day she wanted to go drink. Something in my mind told me take a pregnancy test. So she took the pregnancy test and it was 2 lines. And she started crying because she's like, oh my God, I would have went to go drink and I would have killed our kid and blah, 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 blah. So then, time goes by. She ended up when her ex-boyfriend before she got with me, like almost like killed her. So she got
Is
like
that the daughter's son or no?
no.
No.
Daughter's dad, no.
Oh, yeah, the daughter's dead.
So she got a settlement
Oh, wow.
for the accident because she broke her femur and stuff like that.
Oh, they got into a car accident.
Yeah, like he crashed into
He
a
almost
tree.
killed her in a car accident. Okay.
Like
Yeah,
crash crash
the
in
way
a
you
tree.
said it, the way you said it, I was like, damn, he tried to murder her.
Yeah, like crashed into a tree.
Okay, so
like
he
going
almost-
full speed.
Yeah.
So she ended up like breaking her femur, so she got like a settlement. So I was with her when she got her settlement, and we ended up getting a house, and we paid a whole year. It was like I think it was like $15K for a whole year, and we were together. It was I was working every day. I would come home, play my game, of course, or make music, and then my son arrived. And before my son arrived at the baby shower, I proposed to her. And, she said yes in front of like my family and her family. So she had a ring on her finger. And then not only did she have a ring on her finger, but she also had a promise ring too. And, so after all that, it was like 6 months after my son was born. I went to my brother's house for UFC. I'm a big UFC guy. And she was like, well, I'm going to go to this party with my friend. And she said it's like a family get together. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trust you because we've been together for 2 years almost. And she's like, you can trust me, da da da. So then I'm texting her like, what time are you gonna be home? She's like, well, I'm gonna be home around 10 o'clock. So then I ended up leaving around, I think it was like 11 o'clock. Her location was off. She wasn't answering me. It was just like it was in my head. I'm like, what is going on? Why shouldn't I answer me? She said she's gonna be home when I get home. So then she comes home the next day, and she's leaving every day. Every single day she's leaving all day long. And she's keeping me with my son. She's keeping me with her daughter. And so now I finally get to thinking like something's got to be going on.
Yeah.
So we went to her great grandma ended up passing away, and I was there for her through the whole thing. And we were supposed to stay in like a tent because it was like an overnight thing, but we ended up going home. Well, she was like, well, this was like in July. I think it was like July 3rd, day before 4th of July. And she wasn't sleeping next to me. She wasn't trying to talk to me. She was all on her phone. She was disrespecting me, being rude. And so on July 4th, I picked her up from work. And I'm like, okay, so the fireworks are tonight. Are you coming with me? She's like, no, I'm not going with you. I'm going with the dude that she was with, which his name was Niels. I don't really care to say names. And I'm like, so you're not coming with me and your son. You'd rather go with another dude. And that's when I finally found out she was cheating on me.
Yeah.
And she's trying to say it wasn't cheating, but if you receive flowers from somebody and you bring them and you have the audacity to bring them home
Yeah.
in front of me for me to see them, and you tell me on the phone, "Oh well, just so you know, Niels gave me flowers, and there's nothing you can be mad about." And telling me like, "Oh well, I'm going here, I'm going there," or Niels is gonna come talk to you because you're disrespecting me, and da da da.
Yeah.
And so on July 4th, I'm like, okay. So that's when I finally found everything out. And, it started clicking to me. I was hurt. I was talking to her like, I don't want to leave. I don't want us to break up. She's like, well, it's just a break. I'm like, you promise it's just a break and I can come back
Yeah.
in a few days and let everything, because we're arguing and fighting and all that. She's like, yeah. So, I packed my stuff and I left. And my brother came and picked me up and I went and stayed with my sister. Well, the next day, I found out I went there to get the rest of my stuff just to find out that he was already staying there in our house that I was on a lease for.
Mm.
And when I went to go get my stuff, I had to take the AC out to even climb through the window because she locked the door on me. And she had all my stuff on the front porch, knowing I was on a lease too.
Yeah.
But from this day on, she says it's not cheating. But in my eyes, and if you ask anybody, if you're going to see somebody every night, you're staying with somebody every night, you're getting flowers from somebody, you're texting somebody behind somebody's back, getting love TikToks and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that's cheating.
Of course. Cheating in the Bible, when you look at any other, like let's say when you're with someone, if you look at any other person with the intent to have sex with them, the intent of lust them, if you like that he got you flowers, you already
Yeah.
just her liking that he got her flowers, she's cheating on her relationship. Now, maybe she's the type of person that thinks, "Oh, we're not married. We were just dating." Some people are like that. They think that unless you're married, it's not really cheating because everything's a date. Everything's a date until you're married. But like if you're living together, you guys have a kid together, you guys are like to me, like I feel like she was just trying to use you, bro.
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Somehow, some way, I don't know.
So you proposed to your wife.
Yeah.
Did you propose when it was just you guys, or did you propose when it was like in front of family? Like,
I did it just me and her.
okay, well, when I proposed, I did it at our baby shower,
Yeah.
and when I did it, she hesitated to say yes, and
Mhm.
she's trying to blame it on like, oh well, you shocked me because you did it in front of my family, so I was nervous. I was nervous in front of everybody,
Yeah.
and everybody was me and my family talk about it all the time. When I got on my knee and I asked her to marry me,
Yeah.
she like, I don't know, she hesitated to say yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I go back and she's crying and everything, so I understand that part. But if you're getting a ring and
Yeah.
that you've been begging for because you always said, "Oh, I want to be a wife. I want to be a wife. I want to be a fiance."
Mm.
So now I finally made you a fiance, and you hesitated to say yes. But not only that, you ended up cheating on me 6 months after I even engaged to you.
Yeah.
So if I would have known you didn't want to be with me, I would have never engaged to you, and I would have never took this serious because the way I love is I love hard and I have a big heart. And that's the thing is that she took all that for granted. And I'm so glad that I am where I am right now because
Yeah.
it took me like a year and a half, I'm just gonna say,
Mm.
for me to get over her. And the reason why I'm over her is because of God.
Yeah.
And I know it is because God gave me that push. Like something in my ear or that's reading the Bible or something like that
Mhm.
gave me that push to where she don't love you no more. She don't want you no more.
Mhm.
Stop chasing after her. My family, stop chasing after her. You get back with her. I'm not talking to you. I'm not speaking to you. Because every time you get back with her, she just does you dirty and you're
Mhm.
back to where you are again. So like he gave me that push to where like just get over her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm finally healed. I'm healed finally. So when I see her, I'm perfectly fine. Like you can just get out of my face,
Mhm.
and seeing her move on, good for you.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is
That's the
good for
best
you.
way. And then the ultimate payback to any of this stuff is you becoming the mandate you're supposed to
Hmm.
become. That's it. You don't have to like there's no payback. The payback is you become who you're gonna become. And then maybe one day she can always be like, look back and be like, damn,
Yeah, and I know
Wow.
she's gonna look back when she sees that, I finally find the right girl, and she sees that, I'm starting a family with somebody else, or
Yeah.
I'm engaged with somebody else. And I don't know about her because she's kind of a little heartless.
Hmm.
So she really don't care about anything but herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like in my head, I'm thinking about maybe if I was to move on, find somebody, engage with somebody, have a kid with somebody, and maybe she will like look back like, dang, this is what I'm missing.
Hmm.
And but then again, I'm like, no,
It doesn't
she
matter.
probably doesn't really. She's really heartless. She
No,
probably
no.
doesn't care.
The thing is, it doesn't matter what she actually thinks about all of that. The thing is, you have to do that to become the man that you have to
Mm-hmm.
become, regardless. Like, okay, me, I went to prison, right? I was married, but my ex-wife left me in prison. It broke. One day I called her, and she was crying that something happened last night. She cheated on me and all this stuff. And I said, no, it's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. I told her this. I'm on the phone in prison. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay. I still love you. Everything's gonna be okay. Just know when I get out, we're getting a divorce. I told her, move on with your life, either with him or with somebody else. When I get out, I'm going to move on with my life. When I got out, I had a couple girlfriends that didn't work out. I met my wife, Sandra, got married to her, have a family. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own kids with the previous marriage.
Mm-hmm.
She has Bella with the previous relationship. But now those are all of our kids now. Me and my wife, we both look at it like all of our kids. And now I've created this beautiful life. And yes, I can look back at my ex marriages and be like, ha ha, but it is what it is. They still live in their lives. I still love all them people because they were in my life. Not like in love with them, but I love her and her family. I've had multiple wives. This is my third wife. So I have my first wife with my kids, and I love all of them and their family. I have my second wife and all my stepkids and stuff, and I love them and all my family. But then I have my new wife, my ultimate wife that I'm happy with, and I'm creating this business, the podcast. We do social media, we
Mm-hmm.
have
Yep, I
fun.
see that.
Like, we create like a relationship vibe. We put that out in the world so young men like you can see what a beautiful marriage is like. Even though we have our own flaws, but it just gives an insight on what you can create. And all of these people looking in, and they can be like, whatever, like, it don't matter. It don't matter what happens to them. They can either fall apart or grow. Hopefully they can watch you. Hopefully people like that can watch you later on in life and be like, you know what? Maybe I should get a husband and get married and have a happy family and a farm. Like, okay,
Yeah.
why do you want to be in a farm though? Like, to me, I don't know. I could see you with the farm, but why do you have that
Okay.
dream?
So
Like, I want to know your dreams and your goals and like,
so basically that the reason why I want to like have a farm is because country music um saved my life.
oh,
So
okay.
like
You listen to country
yeah,
music?
I listen to country. I
Oh,
listen to
okay.
country more than I do rap now. So like my favorite
I spill
artist
water on myself.
my favorite artist is Bailey Zimmerman.
Okay.
And I seen Bailey Zimmerman in concert at the Huntington Center just recently
Okay.
actually. Bailey Zimmerman, Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Luke Bryan, all those artists, and they talk about real things. And
Mm,
Bailey Zimmerman's recent album that he just dropped is about him and his ex girlfriend that cheated on him,
mm,
and now that he's successful, now she's stuck listening to the music that he's making about her. That's all over the radio,
yeah.
and he explained all that stuff, and I just think I enjoy being on four wheelers. I enjoy being on dirt bikes, and that like I go out to my friend's house sometimes. I've been there in a while,
Mm,
but I go out to my friend's house and he has a four wheeler. I'm always in a four wheeler tearing up the crops and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And just the country vibes is what I want. Like family come over,
Yeah.
we can have like fires and
Like a
like a
bonfire.
bonfire and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just like a goal of mine just to be able, and going to fairs and stuff, seeing
Yeah.
horses, and I'm a big giraffe guy, but of course you can't own a giraffe.
Yeah.
But
Unless you go to the zoo.
right, unless I go to the zoo. But I'm a big giraffe guy, or yeah, big giraffe guy, and I want to be like I like horses and stuff like
Okay.
that. So it's just a goal of mine. I don't know if it's gonna happen,
Yeah, yeah.
but whatever. But if it don't happen, at least it's something that maybe will come as I get older.
Yeah, yeah.
But you never know what life will bring you,
Mhm.
and that's what I look. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, well, right now, like my goal is to eventually get like a condo downtown. Like I want to do something like what you're saying, but like later on. Right now I live in Sylvania, but when our daughter graduates, she's gonna go off to college. We want to eventually get like a condo down here and like live the downtown life for a little
Yeah,
bit, like maybe a couple years downtown, because I have the studio and all that.
yeah,
We can hit up the shops and all that, and then eventually get a house out more like the country. But I don't think about not that deep where it's like horses and stuff. I'm thinking like maybe like where it's like, maybe like a couple miles in between houses and I can just like have a bonfire
yeah.
and
I
all
mean, I
that.
don't have to get horses. It's just like
That's
a
like a
thought.
vision,
Yeah, it's like a
yeah.
vision,
But
a
it's good
thought.
to think big.
But but my main goal is I really do want to get a truck, like a Ram
Mhm.
truck, and lift it, and just make it look good,
Yeah, yeah.
and just design my own truck and try to get that truck made.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That'd be sweet.
because like I'm in a little car now, but I want to be in a. I feel like I need to be in a truck. So it's like that's
You're
just
tall you're
yeah,
really tall, bro.
that's like my vision. Like I need to be in a truck,
Yeah, yeah.
and like a lifted truck at that.
Yeah, because when I see you online, can't really tell how tall and big people are. But I see you in person, you're tall, bro.
I think I'm like six. I think I'm like 6'0", like six
Yeah,
foot.
6 foot.
And they said my son was gonna be 5'10"
Oh, okay.
when he's already like to my kneecap or like past my knee,
Yeah, I don't know how
and
the
he's
hell do
only
they know?
2.
How do they know he's gonna be 5'10" or 5'11", whatever?
It's like the way that he measures, I
Oh, okay,
guess. Like
yeah, yeah. They know
every
they
appointment,
study everything.
they said like 5'10", like 150 pounds.
That's crazy.
But
All
yeah,
right.
actually, I'm working on something big right now.
Okay, what are you working at?
I'm working on a very big album at the very moment,
Mhm.
and it's called Time After Time. And I just released it. Oops.
What?
So the name I was gonna
Oh, we can cut that off.
oh no, you don't have to.
Okay.
Um it's okay to tell the podcast
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
So the name of it is called Time After Time. It kind of reflects on um love, heartbreak, and just becoming the man that I want to be.
Good.
And it has 10 songs, and there's a lot of features on it. So I'm trying to find, bigger artists. I don't know if you see my TikTok video or not.
Oh.
I kind of every time I go on TikTok, there's always like a new artist on there.
Mhm.
And if I feel like, they're worthy, I'd be
Mhm.
like, hit me up. Let's collab.
Mhm.
I want to put new people on this album because I want people to see like, you know, I want to give other people opportunities to be on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
album. I'm not the biggest artist, I'm not the biggest person, but
Yeah.
me collabing and connecting with other artists will be good because then if they hear me on their song, then I'll get their viewers.
Mhm.
And then if they hear me on this or hear them on my song, then they'll get my viewers if they
Yeah.
like them. So this is like what I'm working on now. I'm shooting for like October, but it might take a little longer because I'm still trying to find, artists. I have like I think 4 or 5 people collabing with already.
That's
And
really smart.
it's just something that I always wanted to do. And now that, I'm taking my time on it, I'm writing every single song that's on there and taking my time. And that's why I'm saying I don't want to rush it. So I'm I shoot for October,
Mhm.
but if it doesn't happen in October, then it was not gonna be October.
Yeah.
But I just want to give other artists opportunities to be on a
Of
song with
course,
somebody.
because imagine, okay, so then if they're like up and coming and you're a little bit further than
Mm-hmm.
them, then you should give them opportunities, because then you become like their big bro.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you have to, but like they look up to you. Did you have you ever did a have you ever has Handsome ever let you be on one of his songs?
No.
Have you ever reached out to him
I have reached
to
out
be
to
like
him.
to
Yeah.
feature? See, now that's the difference, because if he, let's say, you just said in the beginning that you were like he was an inspiration to you, right? If he would have let you be a feature, then you would have been looking at him like even bigger. Like you would he would inspire you to do more. If he would have just gave you that opportunity to do a couple lines in one of his songs like a long time ago, you would have been like, man, the dude is dope. Like regardless of anything, you would have been like speaking him up from the beginning of the podcast because he gave you that
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. But by him he's never gave you the opportunity yet.
Nope.
You still now, but now you have to become better than that.
Mm-hmm.
You become the version that gives the younger guys opportunities so you can be their big bro, so you can be the one that's, it's just like me. I'm collabing every week. I collab with a different person to grow my platform,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm creating relationships. Like I don't want you to look at me as big bro, but if you have a question, you can reach out to me and I'll
Right.
give you the answer.
Yep.
Might not be right away, dog, because I'm busy as hell, but within the next couple of days, I'll write you something.
Yeah, I'll be scared to look. I'll be scared to even look at your DMs.
Yeah, and I write you stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep. You know who Baby J is?
Baby J.
Yeah,
I've heard of that name.
he's like a local Toledo artist as well.
Mhm.
He's like the guy that sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh yeah, he talks like, "Yeah,"
yeah, like
he
he
raps like that. Like
yeah. So like he has like that Mickey Mouse voice. Well, like in 2022, I dropped an album called I can't remember the name of it, which is bad, but I ended up collabing with him. I paid him. He charged like 500, but we had that connection, so all I had to pay was like 350.
Mhm.
And he sent me the open verse, and I hopped on it, and I was like rapping on it, kind of. And I took my time, my effort, and everything like that. I paid him. I did everything. I met him. He came to my crib, and but he never helped me promote that song.
Yeah.
His fan base was so big that if that song would have got promoted by him,
Yeah.
then I would have had more of a fan base than I have now, and it would have
Yeah.
lifted me up.
Yeah.
But but I was the only one that was promoting that song, and that song is like, to me, in my ears, I think it's hard because of like how I came.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you would have helped promote that,
Yeah.
I feel like that song would have went viral everywhere.
Yeah.
Because he blew up. He had a record deal. He's in contact with Lil Pump. He has a song with Lil Pump.
All for
He has
real.
a song with, I think he has a song with Kodak. He's getting messages from everybody, like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
these big artists. And I just feel like if he would have helped me promote that song, that I would be bigger than who I am because
Yeah.
he had a big platform.
There's people that for money they'll do whatever, but they won't help you. Like let's say I've had people on my podcast. Imagine this, right? I have you on my podcast, and then I'm promoting it all week long on Facebook, putting shorts on,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go on your page and I don't see nothing.
Right.
There's no stories about me. There's nothing that says that he was on my podcast. There's people that do me like that. They want to be on the show. They want to be on the show. And then come to find out, they're not even subscribed to my channel. They've never watched they've never watched an episode. They've never subscribed. They're not going to promote it on their page. They just want me to interview them and put it all over my social media. That's how people are.
And it's messed up.
It's
It's
been
messed
a
up.
lot of people that do that to me.
And it's really messed up. Like, and I know that the time and effort that I put into that song, and that's why I'm scared to collab with anybody else here in Toledo, because I don't know who else would do that.
Yeah.
Because let's say if I paid Handsome whatever he charges, probably $1,000 or $500.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say I paid him that money, my hardworking money
Yeah.
to be able to, get my name out there and show other people who I am, and he doesn't promote it.
Yeah.
All he does is just drop the song.
Mhm.
And he does, that's and I that would it's not fair to the other local artists because we are the ones that paying them and they just
Yeah.
took the money and ran with it basically.
Yeah. So it's kind of iffy to even put that much money into something like that. So while you're doing it, you're not charging these guys. You're
No,
just doing it for free for now.
but I'm not gonna lie, the biggest one I want on my album is Ricky. I
Ricky.
want Ricky bad on my
Yeah.
album
Yeah.
because like just he talks real, and I always been wanting a song with him. I've been a fan of his.
Two turn.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk to him right now. Ricky.
Ricky, I'm Dak. You know who I am, of course. I'm dropping the biggest album of my career, I feel like. And whatever you gotta charge me, you can charge me. But I want you on my album, and I'll put our song #1 on the album. So if you want to, hit me up and let's negotiate a price,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can hit the studio.
And a fair price.
A fair price. And then we can hit the studio. That's my dream. It's a dream. Let's make it happen. Because I think Toledo needs an anthem from me and you.
Yeah. Two turn. That's my boy. I try to get him on the podcast. I got him on one time, but I try to get him by himself. And man, bro, you gotta do it, man, for me.
For me. And I just feel like our voices together were like,
Not only that, but like he can help you, you can help him.
Mhm.
Like I can help both of you guys. We all help each other. And I just think it's like I just think we should all try to help each other grow, and life doesn't have to be all about money, bro.
Yeah, that's how I see. That's why I'm not charging nobody, because I'm not big enough to charge yet. I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not the best. So I'm not charging nobody,
It doesn't have to be about money, man. It has to be life is about friendships, about connections, about being good people, loving, caring, respecting each other,
Mhm.
not treating each other like imagine if every time someone asked me to be on a podcast, I told them it was $300. I paid $300 for this episode, but imagine if I told you, Dak, man, it's $300, bro. I wouldn't feel right, man, because I created this platform for me, for Big Yogi's Garage. I used to be flexing. This was something that I created for myself. And then I want to invite people on my
Mhm.
show. I'm not making people, so I'm not gonna charge every single person. What I do want to do is find, like, Florio right there. You know how I see where it says Florio? I
Yeah.
want to find like 4 advertisers like Dave's running,
Kia.
and then they pay me, like, Taylor Kia or something, and then they pay me, and then I make money through them. For the podcast could always be free.
Mhm.
That's the goal. That's the thing. And then by us collabing and creating together, then we can create like what we always want to sell is, like, we want to sell ourselves, we want to sell our merch, we want to sell our product. You might make hats, you might make albums, you might make merch, but we want to sell that. So like involve that into your, like, videos and your skits and your music, and Ricky with all the stuff that he's doing, the skits and all of
Mhm.
that, that's great. But he can implement, like, he's such a good artist, he can implement that into your music, and then you both help each other promote it. And I'll put it on my stories too. And then we all help each other. And Tyler and whoever else, and then who knows, maybe CNN Mikey will see it and he'll promote it, because that's just the way it is.
Yeah, and I'm always on Tyler's live, like every time Two Turns right there, I'm always like, hey, tell Ricky I need a song with him. And he'd tell Ricky, and Ricky would be like, all right, bet, bro. But then I don't hear nothing. And it's just
Yeah,
like, it's like, I try to connect with as much people as I can because I'm tired of connecting with the same people. I'm tired of making music with the same artists.
yeah,
And, Ricky's kind of big. He's not big, big, but
mm,
Toledo knows who he is.
yeah, yeah,
So, and Toledo knows who I am. Toledo knows who Sienna Mikey is. Toledo
mm.
knows who Handsome is, who E Baby is, who, everybody.
Yeah. What is that? Breadwinning swim. You know him?
No, I don't think so.
Breadwinning swim. No. Oh
Mm-mm.
shit. All right. What's There's an artist named. He's a white boy. Breadwinning
Is he the one you
swim.
told me to
No,
the
no, but
Oh.
he's another artist that has braids and stuff.
Oh,
He
okay.
calls himself the face of Toledo. So that's why I'm surprised you don't know him.
Mm-mm.
He was on my podcast. Breadwinning swim.
You might have to check that one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I just want to connect with as much people as I want or that I can because you never know when it would end, So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So, but you grew up on the East Side, right?
yeah.
So you know all the guys from the East Side. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the artists like Handsome, Two Turn, all them
Yeah,
guys.
fonts
Yeah,
and
that's why you're not hip to every single artist in Toledo from all sides of town.
no.
Yeah, yeah,
Just like I know who YM is,
yeah, yeah.
Mudmade, Aquabama, Stink Bomb. I know
Do you
them.
watch the ones that I have on the artists that I have on the show? You ever watch some of them?
Yeah, I do. I usually watch like when it has something to do with music, like the
Yeah,
artists you have on here.
yeah, yeah,
That's probably the ones I watch the most so I can get their story and then hear what they went through,
yeah, yeah.
hear how they do their stuff with music and all that good stuff.
Did you watch the Shane Jersey one?
Yeah, I watched the entire thing. You didn't see me posted on my story?
Yeah.
I was like, he's a goat for taking that on the chin for us though. Shane is
You used to buy
Shane.
jerseys from him?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me the story.
So I would get paid and I'd be like, Mom, take me here. I'm about to get you a jersey. If you take me here, I'll get you a jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, okay. So then, we'll go. I'll walk out of there probably with 5, 6 jerseys, spending like 150 to 200 on just with hats. And, you know, it was just like every paycheck I was there getting Ohio State, getting 49ers,
Yeah.
getting Steelers, getting I got a Stephen Curry, 2 Steph Curry jerseys from there.
Yeah.
It was the best place to go for the cheapest price. I
Yeah,
don't care
yeah.
how thick it was, what the quality looked like. A jersey's a jersey. As
And
long
they
as it
look
has
real as shit.
right, as long as it has my team on it, that's all I
Yeah.
care.
And they had the NFL, they had the Nike
Yeah.
stitch, everything.
Everything.
Like, who cares if it's fake? I'm not paying 120 for
Right, I'm
lunch.
not gonna go on the NFL shop and pay for 120 when I could pay $35 for
Yeah,
a jersey.
and your family's you're a 49ers fan, but your family's all Steeler fans?
So the only ones
Some
that
of 'em?
Steeler fans is my mom, my stepmom, my dad, and my sister Tiff.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Okay, tell me about how one day tell me about what Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh yeah. So
Because
one day,
you kind of like him. You're not a Steelers fan, but you like him, right?
yeah. So one day I
Yeah.
was I went to Shane's
Okay,
Jersey's
yeah.
place, and I got my dad a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey because he didn't have one. He just got on the team. My dad
Yeah.
was working, and so I had my mom, my stepmom, record it, and I'm like, Dad, I know you work hard, so I got something for you.
Mm,
So I got him a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey because that's what he's been wanting.
yeah.
And, he was tearing up. He was grateful for it. And I posted on Instagram. Didn't think nothing of it. I tagged Juju in it. I tagged Juju's mom. And I think I did like For You page, hashtag Steelers, hashtag NFL.
Yeah.
His mom ended up seeing it.
Wow.
And his mom relayed the message to Juju because his mom was texting me like, oh, I'm gonna send this to Juju, let him see it.
Yeah.
So I'm at school and it's like 11:30 in the morning. And I look at my phone, I see Juju has come across my screen. I'm gonna have to sign that jersey, man. And my heart just sunk. I'm like, what the heck? So I just told everybody in class, bro, Juju Smith-Schuster just texted me to like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Why you gotta lie? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like right here. So I'm showing him. So I'm in class just texting him back like, bro, no way you just actually just texted me. We had to figure something out, you know.
This
So
is all on Instagram, right?
all on
Yeah,
Instagram.
because this is his real page.
Yeah, his real page. And and then after that we were talking for a little bit. He's like, well, we can either FaceTime or I can call you on Zoom and maybe we can talk about, tickets, sending you guys to a game. So then like I got off school one day, my dad got off work, and I was texting his manager like, hey, I'm home, my dad's home. So then Juju texted me, and he's like, here's my Zoom, here's the code,
Yeah, like a Zoom code.
answer the call. So I'm like, oh shoot. So I walked out to the room, I'm like, Dad. He's like, yeah. I was like, you busy? He's like, no, what's up? I'm like, I have somebody on the phone for you.
Yeah,
So then my mom starts instantly recording, and my dad's like, no way. Like, Juju just talking to us,
yeah,
talking about the football season. He's like, well, I want to give you guys tickets to the Cincinnati and Steelers game. And he's like, there's only minimum tickets, so I'm gonna get you guys, a seat.
yeah,
And so when I was there, I was looking over and I seen his mom and dad. And so I walked over like, you're Juju's mom and dad, because they're in the stands. You would think
yeah,
they'll
yeah,
be closer than what they were. And our seats were close. We were like almost on the sideline, basically.
yeah.
So I went over, we took a picture. And do you watch YouTube at all? Like, do you know who
Yeah.
Danny Duncan is?
Danny Duncan.
Yeah, he does like
No.
he's like a big YouTuber. He does like stunts and stuff like that. Well, he was there.
Oh, is he?
So I gotta, not only did I meet his parents or be on FaceTime with Juju, I also
Yeah.
got to meet Danny Duncan, which is my favorite YouTuber.
Wow.
And he was trying to act like he wasn't a YouTuber, but I know what you look like, dude. So you can't you can't lie to me.
Yeah.
So we packed up, we went there, we watched the game, and like I said, probably like a week later, I'm still texting Juju, and he's like, bro, he's like, I'm sending you a package. So I need your address. So I sent my address, and he didn't tell me what the package was. Then it came, and I gave it to my dad because it said to Raymond from Juju.
Yeah.
So he just woke up from work. I'm like, Dad, I got a package for you. He opens it up. I got that on record too. He opens it up, starts tearing. He turns it around. As soon as he turns it around, he started tearing up
Yeah.
because it literally has Juju's signature, and it has grass stains all over it. It's like a white jersey. Has grass
Yeah.
stains all over it. It's like he wore it.
Yeah. Game worn.
Yeah,
jersey.
game worn jersey. And it's signed by him and everything like that. And it was just the biggest blessing because it's like all I did was record a video.
That's crazy, dude.
It
That
sucks I
shows you-
couldn't meet him, but I was still on FaceTime talking to Juju for almost an hour on Zoom.
That's crazy. And you got free tickets to
Free
the game
tickets to the game.
for you, your mom, your stepmom, and him.
Yeah, and my sister and her boyfriend.
Oh, dang. Dude, that's awesome. And okay, what was there more things in the box or just the jersey?
Just the jersey.
Yeah. Did your dad frame that?
He didn't frame it, but he still has it, and it's like has it hung up in his basement because his basement's like his cave.
All
So
Steelers.
it's all Steelers in Ohio State. So one side is Steelers, one side is Ohio State.
Bro, that's something that you should get framed, bro. He didn't win a Super Bowl. I think he won a Super Bowl with Kansas City, right?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
So he's a Super Bowl champion. I don't know, man. That might be a frameable thing.
Like if you would have stayed with the Steelers and won a Super Bowl with the
Yeah,
Steelers, that
that-
jersey would have went for some money for
Yeah.
real.
But also they take those jerseys and they put like a little piece of the jerseys inside cards.
Mm-hmm.
And they put like game worn jerseys.
Yeah.
So hey man, you never know.
And that's
It gotta be worth something regardless. Regardless. He's like really I don't know if he still plays though, right?
yeah. He
Did you
plays. He does. He plays for Kansas City.
He does?
He's just not as big as he was with Steelers. With the
Yeah.
Steelers, you don't really get as many targets or anything like that.
Mhm. Yeah, he's good. He was like the reason why Steelers let him go is because he was so focused on TikTok
Yep.
and Instagram and all
Social
that.
media.
And that's kind of like little by little that rubbed the people the wrong way. And they got rid of Juju and Claypool.
Yeah, Claypool is just.
They-
He's in the UFL now, I think.
Yeah, they got rid of both of them, and those after that they just went off. But I think Juju did win a Super Bowl his first year with Kansas City. All right, man. So what else did you want to talk about? Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
Probably just one more thing. So I wanted to tell you about my nephew now. Like
Okay.
my nephew that I have now. So, my nephew was born was born last year,
Mhm.
but he came early, like really, really early. My
And this
sister
this
was
is your sister's
yeah,
son?
my sister's son.
Okay.
Um, the same one that had my other nephew.
Okay.
Um, so he came really early, and he came so early where he was in the NICU. He was in NICU for 3 months. He was so little. He was probably like the size of
Mhm.
my palm, and he was growing in a NICU. We didn't know if he was gonna make it, if he was gonna stay alive, or anything like that. So I'm over here, praying every day, like, please, 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 like,
Yeah.
you know, not only will it hurt my sister, but it'll hurt my brother-in-law. And me and my brother-in-law, we have a big connection.
Mm.
We're like, we're actually thinking about doing a sports podcast as
Mm.
well, and we've been talking about that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But my nephew is 11 months old today, and he survived 3 months in the NICU.
Wow.
Survived all the obstacles he went through, in and out of the hospital, being sick and all this other stuff. And in today's world, 11 months in
Mhm.
from when he was born, he is sitting up on his own, holding his own bottle. He's getting on his knees,
Mhm.
and like he wants to crawl. And he's just like the cutest. He's like the cutest thing, and it's a blessing. It's like God
Yeah.
was next to him, like, no, you can't go yet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can't go because you can't hurt your mom, like, you can't
Yeah.
hurt mommy like that again,
Yeah, yeah.
and put her through the same thing. So it's like God was pushing him to survive, because he was eating out like a tube. He had like a short chance of living,
Okay.
and he was in and out. He got flew to I think it was Cleveland. Was it Cleveland or I think it was, yeah,
Mhm.
Cleveland.
Cleveland Clinic.
Yeah, Cleveland Clinic. He was out there for like a month, I think,
Mhm.
or a couple weeks, and he flew back. He was in Toledo Hospital. They took good care of him.
Yeah.
And so shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the nurses and everybody that at Toledo Hospital
Yeah.
that took care of him to make sure he could survive. And that's like our biggest blessing right now is
Yeah. So how old is your son?
my son is 2.
So he has a little cousin
A
that's
little
like
cousin
one
that
year.
yep.
It's like a little bit over 1 year
And we go
younger.
over there all the time. He
Are they
loves playing with
both
him.
boys?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And we go over there, he loves playing with him. And he's good with other kids.
Mm.
But I think when he's with his mom, I think he doesn't like his sister doesn't share with him, so he's not really good on like the sharing part yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's something that I'm working with him,
Yeah, yeah.
and just like potty training him. That's
Mhm.
working too.
Yeah.
And you know, just can't wait to
Yeah, so God, bro, God is blessing the family, bro. You and your dad are getting, closer.
mhm.
Your sister's having a baby, is coming out healthy. Your baby's there, is healthy. You just gotta, you know what I mean? Look at the positive stuff. Forget all that negative. Forget all that past. Forget all that stuff. Let's go with what's working. Let's see all the beautiful things God has put it into your life, and put God first in everything you do. You know what that means, right? That doesn't mean you have to grab the Bible and hold it. No. Put God everything first by being who you are, loving, caring, respectful, treating people right. Unless
Mhm.
someone comes up and smacks you, you don't need to smack them. Unless they're aggressive with you,
Mhm.
just let God deal with that. Pray to God. Like when someone does something wrong to you, God take care of me, man. Like God will get them. You know what I mean? God, everybody wants, like, everybody, like, let's say something bad happens to me, right? I'll put on Facebook, everyone pray for me, pray for me,
Yeah.
Dak, pray for me. No, look at the Bible. When Jesus wanted God, he went to the mountains and he prayed for himself. He didn't say, "Hey, everyone, pray for me. Pray for me." No, Dak, what we got to learn is we got to pray for ourselves. God, Heavenly Father, help me. Help me become a better dad. Help me become a better father. Help me become a better son. Help my dad. Help my baby mama. help her boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like pray, you and God, find your place where you and God, and you pray to God for what you want. Receive it yourself. Go to yourself. It's not up to me to pray your blessings. You don't have to go to nobody to get your blessings. It's going to be you and God. Find your little spot. Like me, I have this. People leave, people go out. I pray to God. I pray to God in my car. It's all about your connection with God. Your connection with God is going to give you everything you want. God, I need another person. God, I want Ricky. God, please send Ricky a message. I want Ricky to be on this album. Ricky has a connection with God too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Ricky's on his thing. But he prays God. He says God. He loves God too. God will send him a message, and God will say, Ricky, link up with DAK. Help him out. It's so easy. Like it, I'm building, I'm building, I'm building, I'm building. I always think no one's supporting me, but there's people supporting me. So DAK is supporting me all the time. I have to support DAK too. I have to open up for DAK, open up the door for DAK so he can sit on my show because he's commenting, he's watching,
Mm-hmm.
he's always like on my stories. He hits me up. He's asking me, you know what I mean, for advice about a relationship or something. You've asked me to pray for you. So I have to be able to see that. That means that God is sending me a message. DAK is there for you, Yogi. Be there for DAK.
And
You
if
know
you
what I
don't
mean?
mind, at the end of the podcast, do you mind if we do another prayer before we
Yeah,
end
let's
it?
do it. Yeah, we can do a little prayer.
It's just because, like,
No, we are, yeah, because
yeah,
the we can. The thing is, bro, we have to use ourselves to help ourselves, and we pray for each other. I'll pray blessings on you.
mm-hmm.
You pray blessings on me. We help. We don't have to do that, but I'm saying that's what we do. We pray blessings on each other. It's not just like, oh, Dak just broke up with his girl. Oh, God, I gotta, or God protect dad for his girl. No, 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 none of that. The thing we gotta say is, God, keep blessing dad, keep making him a good father, keep, you know what I mean? We gotta keep God in the forefront. That's what I mean. When you do your rap, it doesn't have to be all about God, but always keep God in mind. You don't want it to be no raunchy ass, crazy ass, like, try to in my opinion, try to make more positive stuff. Try to make more, yeah, it's about your life. But once you get out of all that bad stuff, don't look for more bad stuff to keep making bad music. Because some people will do that. They want to keep making bad music. They want to keep looking for bad things. They want to keep using that for the fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing a transition. You're leaving this bad moment, and you're becoming a career. You're make some music that your son's gonna listen to is gonna inspire him to become, you know what I mean,
That's one
better.
thing I wanted to tell you too. So I just recently dropped my last album.
Yeah, that was the one about the breakup, right? Or
Yeah, but I
no?
have a song on there called
Okay.
"Depend on Me,"
Yeah.
and it's basically like talking about, my kid, like, my son having to depend on me, and like I shit you not, on every platform, that song has the most views than any
Mm,
other song, and
yeah.
like I don't know if it's because of what I spoke about. I don't know if it's because of it being deep and like basically sending a message out to my son
Yeah.
or what it was, but I know I looked on YouTube, I looked on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere there was, it has that song has the most views than any of the rest of the songs. And I don't even care because that
Yeah.
song is the one song that meant the most to me because I teared up making that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
And
And it was about your son.
yeah, it was about my son having to depend on me if his mom ever gave up on him,
Yeah.
or if his mom didn't want nothing to do with him, and the way that his mom treats his dad,
Mm,
and I don't know how she treats him, but like if he ever needed, if he needs somebody, then he knows that he can come to his dad, and
mhm,
I'm always gonna be there for rescue because I want to give my son the best life that he can have, and I want to give him the life that I never had. and I want him to grow up and be the person that he wants to be, and I want him to grow up and be just like me, big hearted, loving, caring, a family person, and he loves everybody now, and
Yeah.
it's a blessing because he never liked nobody, and now when he sees somebody, he loves them.
Yeah.
He he wants to play. He wants to, he jibber jabbers or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that song meant the most to me because at the end of the song, there's a video of me and him doing like you ever seen Big Hero 6?
Uh,
Well, there's a part in Big Hero where they fist bump and they'd be like
oh
fa la
yeah.
la la la. So
Uh,
when he was still a baby, not like a baby, but he was like little. At the end of the song, I put that in there. Like I chopped it up
mhm.
to where it was just that. And at the end of the song, as the beat is fading away, you just hear that in the background, him laughing like fa la 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 la, and you can hear him in the back. And it's just like that song is just like it meant everything to me. And that song
Yeah.
is like my son is my biggest blessing of my entire life. And nobody's ready to be a dad. I was not ready to be a dad, but I knew once he came into this world, I would have to step up and I would have to change my ways and I would have to be the best that I can be because he's going to be looking at that as he's growing up like my dad's always been here for me, my dad gave me this, my dad gave me that, my dad he works hard,
Yeah.
so he's young, but as he gets older he's going to see.
Yeah.
And
And
that's the biggest.
that's a good like. Okay, so like if that's the song that did the best numbers, then I would lean into that. Not into just that specific song, but like make some music that's gonna inspire your son. Make some music about the stuff that you just talked about how becoming a better dad is gonna be a better like I don't know how you're gonna do that, but find a way to make something that's gonna be about your trajectory that's coming up, the one that you're in now. Like I interviewed this guy a long time ago. His name was Broken Heart Boy. He's a artist from like Fremont, Finley or something.
Mhm.
He Broken Heart Boy. It was all sad songs about broken heart and about this whatever his family and stuff. So then he like felt like it had to be different. So he named himself Broken. And then eventually he found God, and took all that broken stuff, and now he raps or sings about God, and he went back to his regular name Mario B. And I've tried to get him back on the podcast so he can talk about his transformation, but he's not ready yet or whatever. But you know,
Yeah, when me and my BM broke up and I went to my sister's house, I was very like I tried I tried killing myself.
you did,
Because it was deep.
yeah,
I was really deeply in love with her, and that was my first real relationship. I have a kid with her. So now I have to grow up, and my son has to grow up knowing that his family, like his parents are,
yeah.
he has a broken home, and that, sharing custody and this like going there and then coming here and being raised in two different
I know
households.
it's something that you didn't
Yeah,
want at
I did,
all.
and I said that from the beginning.
I
Like, if we
know,
have a baby, we're not breaking up. Well, not everything is promised. Like they
yeah,
say, oh, I want to be with you forever and ever and ever and ever. Well, forever is just a lie.
hmm,
And so when I was feeling like that, I signed myself up for therapy. And when I went to therapy, I went like a few days, and my job actually paid for 5 classes
mm,
of therapy. And when I was sitting there and she was in front of me and I was speaking to her, she asked me, she said, so who is your, or what is your why? I think she
mm,
said something like that. And I said, growing up, and now that I have like a mini me, and you know, my life wasn't the best, and I don't want to take my life away
mm,
because of my kid, and I don't want my kid to grow up knowing that he ain't gonna have a dad.
mhm,
So I told her, I said, that's the reason why I'm sitting in this chair in front of you right now, is because I need help so where I don't take my life from my son
yeah,
because he needs his dad. And I said, my son, since he was born and he first came into the womb and I watched him be born, He's always been my why, and he is the reason why I am who I am today, and I'm pushing harder and harder and harder and harder every day so he has his dad to look up to.
Mhm.
And she was like it got very emotional because when I talk
Yeah.
about my kid and like when I talk about myself and how much of a good dad I want to be, it gets emotional because I want him to make sure that he knows his dad always has something he's safe with his dad.
Mhm.
And it's just like I'm never going anywhere.
Yeah.
Never. I don't care how hard life gets.
Mhm.
I don't care what obstacles I gotta go through. I'm gonna finish those obstacles to make sure I pass so I can make my son proud when he's older.
Yeah. But what if he gets like 16 and you're like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. And he goes, no, dad. And he starts yelling at you and he starts being that the 16-year-old like
Like
Dak when you know what I mean? Like the rebellion. What are you gonna do then?
the talking back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
What are you gonna do then?
I never really thought about that, but like that that's the thing though. Like if he gets
Yeah.
16 or 18, he's
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Dad,
hoping that he's not like that, right?
yeah, I wanna," because he's growing up in two different households.
Yeah.
He comes with me. I don't allow some things. I don't know what his mom allows him to
Yeah.
do over there. And so I mean, when he grows up, I've always taught I want him to be respectful. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
ma'am. No, when he starts talking better, yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
ma'am.
You're gonna teach him that
Yes,
stuff.
I'm teaching him like to be respectful when you so thank you, no thank you,
Yeah, yeah.
yet, like stuff like that because
Like, please, thank
please,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
And when he sees somebody, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Dakota, or
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
call me DJ. Or, when he gets something handed to him, he's like, thank you. Or, if somebody asks him a question, he's like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir.
Mhm.
That's when he gets older and talking, that's when I'm
Yeah.
gonna start. So probably when he's around 3.5, 4
Yeah.
is when I'm gonna start teaching him those manners because I want him to be the most respectful kid growing up. So when he's in school, he doesn't act like I did when I was in school.
Yeah.
I want him to be, I want him to chase after something. He could throw a ball far.
Uh,
Like, no matter what that ball is far. So I want him to be in sports. I don't care if it's baseball,
yeah, yeah.
football, soccer, anything. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be at every single game, every single practice supporting my kid,
Yeah, yeah.
like my boy. And that's just what I'm looking forward to when he gets older, is
Yeah, yeah.
just being able to watch my kid play sports. If you don't want to play sports, it's fine. Find something to do
Yeah,
with your
yeah, yeah.
life. Don't be in the streets. Don't be gang affiliated. Don't do nothing like that. Just be how you grew up. And
Yeah,
that's
the thing is, always let him try every sport. See
mhm.
which one he likes better, you know,
Yep.
because maybe he's a baseball player, and then also instruments. Like, give him a keyboard, give him a drum
Right.
set, give him a saxophone, give him a. You never know, he might be the next, like the next piano genius. But sometimes there's piano geniuses around that they've never had a piano. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There might be like another like what is like I don't know Beethoven out there,
Beethoven, yeah.
but if you don't ever give him the keyboard or the piano, he'll never know.
He has like a little ukulele. It's like a little tiny one, but it's a kid one. He's always
Yeah,
like, I make a song. He's like, song. So he's always,
yeah,
playing with it. He's like, song, song. And he just plays whatever. He's like, and he starts singing the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. See,
yeah,
me growing up, I play football. Well,
yeah,
I tried football.
yeah.
I couldn't do it. I have a heart problem. My
Oh,
heart
okay.
problem was I almost died as a kid. I have an it's called an aortic stenosis or whatever it is.
Hmm.
So everybody's valves like this, my valves like this. So I had 3 surgeries as a kid, and they call them balloons. It helps my blood flow through my valve.
Uh-huh.
So I have to go get checkups every year. Got to get all this stuff, and so I couldn't do it because all the running, the conditioning, and stuff like that. I felt like I was gonna pass out all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But then I tried band. I played the big ass tuba
yeah, yeah.
walking in the cold, the mouthpiece is metal, so when it's cold outside, that shit is so
Uh,
cold on your lips. But, I tried a few things growing up too,
yeah, yeah,
football, I tried soccer, I tried like I said, band.
yeah.
I don't care what he does with his
But that's
life.
good because that lets you try out little things to see if you liked it or if you could do it. You know.
Yeah, and like when he's 18 and he's like, "Dad, I'm not ready to be on my own yet."
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then just get a job and, you know, start saving your money.
Yeah,
And when you're ready to get on your own, at least you know you have money. And
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna teach him is very like I'm not the best. I have a spending problem, but I
yeah.
want to teach him how to save his money. So when he's 18, he says, "Dad, I'm not ready to move out on my own yet.
Mhm.
You can stay with me as long as you want, but not too long.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you turn 25 or something, your ass is out."
Okay.
But there's a lot of things like I'm gonna be a different dad than my dad
Yeah, yeah.
was to me, and I'm gonna be, I know that I definitely ain't ready for him to keep growing because
Yeah.
he's going way too fast.
It all starts with you, Dak. It has like everything that happened happened.
Hmm.
And then right now you're building your foundation. That foundation is going to show your son what a real foundation is. If you let your foundation crumble and you don't succeed, then he's going to see that. If you keep building what you're building, keep going for it, keep striving, he's going to see that. So it's all up to you what you want him to see when he comes over your house. It don't matter what they do at their house. Of course, yeah, you want him to be safe and you want him to be,
Hmm.
but you have to build whatever you're building so when he comes over, he's just happy, he loves it. And then let's say he's 16 and he wants to decide either I want to live with mom, I want to live with dad. You have to give him the biggest opportunity to say, I want to live with dad.
Hmm.
But if he wants to live with mom, he lives with mom. You know what I mean? And you can still do it, but it's all up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's all up to you, my
And every
brother.
time he sees me, it's like every time he sees me, I go pick him up. Is I'll like sneak behind before I actually go up to the steps. He'd be like, "Dada," it's like, and just hearing that and seeing how happy he is, it melts my heart, and it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
it's the biggest blessing of my life for real.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's what life is all about. Life is all about um God made woman, man, and he said to go out and multiply. And things happen, but you have the multiplication. You already have the baby.
Hmm.
Whatever happened with the relationship is over. Now you have to create your new family and involve you, your son, and your own new family.
Yep.
Because you and your son are the only family you have. Like your dad, your mom, and all them. Yeah. But they have their own family. And
Yeah.
well, your mom, she lives with you. Right now, you, your mom, and your son, that's who's living in your house, right? In your apartment.
Yeah.
So that's who you have to make sure that those three people are like cool, you know what I mean? Everybody else in the whole world, like it's okay. Like they have to live their own lives. Those people in that house is who you have to take care of. Because those people in that house are the ones that are with you every single day. And you got to make sure that's good. That foundation is good. Your mom, you use your mom for babysitting, whatever,
Hmm.
while you're working, and you have to make sure you take care of your mom and take care of your apartment and all that. That's the key. Everybody outside of that house, man, like we can't worry too much about yet because first you have to create yourself, your platform, your money, your income, and all that, and then business and merch and music. And when you create all that, then you can help out, your Uncle Bob and
Yeah.
Missy and Bobby and Johnny. And like, we don't like forget about all them. Take care of your core people so you can grow into this beautiful, we're all underneath the dirt. We're like the roots growing in the dirt. And then one day that tree comes out and now you're out here and now you're going to create fruits. Your fruits is your son, your job, the relationship you have with your mom, the relationship you're building with your dad. These are fruits that are coming out from the good work that you've done. The good work that you do creates good fruit. The bad work you do creates bad fruit. If all the relationships around you are rotting, that means that everything you're creating is bad. That relationship rotted away because either her or you weren't, more than likely her from the story, weren't doing what a health, but also when you're in a relationship, you have to see what does this woman want from me? What does she need from me? And if she's complaining about you doing video games and you're doing your music, that means that she's not with you for your dreams and your goals. She's with you for using you for money, for paying the bills. She don't want you to have fun. She don't want you to go after your dreams. She wants you to go to work. She wants you to pay the bills. And if you're not doing that, then she's going to move on to somebody else that's going to go
Mm-hmm.
to work and pay the bills. Because some people will support your dreams. Like my wife, I got with her. We started this podcast. We started the business. We started everything. She's been supporting the dreams. And don't be around someone that's rotted away or the fruits are rotting. You can smell it from a mile away. As soon as that first time that she didn't want to go with you there, she wanted to go to a party separated from you. That's the first sniff of a rotting fruit. She didn't come home. That's another that you can smell the
Mm-hmm.
rottingness in the fruit. That's not good fruit. Good fruit is, hi babe, how you
Right.
doing? What do you want for dinner? Like, let's go out to eat. Let's go to a movie. That's good fruit. Let me call my wife right now. You'll see what good fruit is. Hi, babe. What are you doing? You doing the podcast? She's happy. She's go lucky. She's like, that's good fruit. Don't be around people that are rot, that are like bitter,
Yeah.
that are angry. They're not happy with themselves, so they'll never be happy with you. They won't support you because all their dreams fell apart. They had big dreams too, but they haven't accomplished it, so they can't see you accomplish it. Oh yeah, Dak, you're gonna be a rapper. Yeah, I tried to be a rapper too, but it didn't work out. So of course it's not gonna work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they look at. They don't care about your dreams and your goals. They only see you as a little kid that's never gonna have, because they're the kid that never did it. So don't worry about anybody else. Put your little tight knit family. That's who has to be important. That's who you have to create the dreams for. And then make your music and all that stuff and all that. But man, that's all I have for you.
Yeah. Actually, congratulations to your wife. I think she just started her own cleaning
Yeah, yeah,
business too.
yeah. Thank you, man.
That's big.
She
That's
she
big.
works at she's the manager at H&M, but we started a side cleaning business called, I have a cleaning business, me and my mom. My wife is starting this called Sylvania's Best Cleaning.
Mm.
So yeah, hang on one second. Let me check this camera. All right, we're back. All right, so I think the idea about the sports podcast that you were talking about, that's a
Mm-hmm.
great idea. I believe in social media will grow everything.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you guys do the sports podcast, and then you can implement talking about your music, talking about this upcoming show.
Yep.
You guys talk about your sports, especially like right before football season. You put on your 49ers gear and do some kind of show where he talks about his team, you talk about your team, and then talk about the season as they go on. And then be like, hey, Friday I'm doing a show, throughout the podcast. So it's a good way to implement all of your stuff. And then you can sell merch for the podcast, sell merch for the
Mm-hmm.
for the your album
Yeah, we're gonna be
stuff.
doing like giveaways and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
bro.
then we're gonna like have like those papers where it has like all the teams on it. We're gonna pick people throughout the chat that do a pick, and
Hmm.
then whoever's closest will win the giveaway.
Yeah.
But it will all finalize on like after Monday because of Monday Night Football. So
Yeah. So all you need is just get some microphones. You can get one of these that are like, this one is a more expensive one, but they got the cheaper ones like on TikTok shop, like 50, $60. Get a smaller version. Or you can get the cheaper version of Rode. They got one that's a little bit smaller and it's like $300. But you can get ones that are $60. And then that you hook that wire up to your phone and you can make it live, you can make it however you want. You can make a live stream, anything. All you need is like some machine where it's going to take the sound and embed it into the video.
you might have to write some of these down so I know
Yeah.
because these mics look nice. They
Yeah.
sound nice. They have good quality.
Yeah, and I don't have all the features, but there's like a feature where these light up and all that,
Oh dang!
like this little ring and this thing. So yeah, I got these microphones right here. You can buy them on Amazon. I think they're like $80,
Oh wow!
and they actually come with a wireless thing where you can just plug it into your phone, and then I don't even have to have this wire hooked up. I can have that monitor. I think you have to charge it, and it sends it right directly to the phone.
Dang.
I'll send you the link. I got the
Yeah,
link.
because I actually told him I was gonna start looking for some microphones and stuff.
And then on lights, they're all like little $20 lights
Yeah,
from
from like
Amazon. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And that's all you need. And then a little spot. But look at this is only a little tiny corner of my whole studio. You don't need a big place. When I first started this, it used to be only that corner. I would do one chair there, and I didn't have all of this. So I only had like one little tiny corner. And you can do a podcast just in a little tiny corner. It don't got to be a big area. Look at my friend Robert. He has Toledo, Testify Toledo. It's just that little spot right there. And he turns all these lights around, and then he plugs that machine in. There's like a long wire. He plugs it all over there, and he does his show right there. You don't need that much space, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I want to encourage you know, always encourage your dreams and goals to become bigger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Last thing I always ask anybody, man, drop a message of hope for the city of Toledo, man.
My message to hope is, if I say this right,
Mhm.
um, if you don't think that you ain't gonna be able to do it or make it or become something, don't have negativity, have positivity, and anything you put your mind to, God will follow. It will make you successful in life.
Yep. Thank you. Where can everyone follow your page and subscribe to your channels?
YouTube is DAK in all caps, and then my Facebook is DAK Ashley, and that's really the two main things that
How
I'm
about your
on.
music?
Music is DAK on all platforms, all capital letters.
DAK.
Yeah, DAK. It's kind of hard to find on Apple Music, and I'm still like in the middle of working on that with the label. But you can finally find me. You can find me on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, um, Amazon Music, anywhere, like 50 platforms.
All
So
right.
all around the world.
All right. Thank you so much for sitting down. Let's do a little prayer.
And thank you for
And
having me finally 4 years later. But we here.
yeah, we're here. And
Biggest blessing.
I I also have to sometimes I have to see who people are. I want to see who they really are. They really following their dreams? Are they really trying, you know? So I keep an eye on you and see what you're doing. And
Yep. I just have one quick thing I'm gonna say
yeah.
to the camera. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe to YOGI'S Show. This man right here is inspirational. He is kind, and he is probably one of the best people I've ever met.
Thank you.
And I look up to him every single day. And if you hit him up and you need something, he's always there. And like I said, one of the best people I've ever met, probably in Toledo. So
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you for having me and being
Thank
the
you,
man
Dad.
that you are
Thank you.
and having
Dad.
me on this show.
I appreciate you so much. Let's do a little prayer. Hold my hands. Let's pray for you. Heavenly Father up above, thank you so much for making this moment happen. Thank you for putting me and Dak in the same room so we can have this conversation. Thank you, Father God, for giving Dak such a great ability to sing and to rap, and you know what you're doing with this man, Father God. Keep working on him, keep molding him, keep guiding him, keep making him the father that you want him to be. Keep making him the son that you want him to be. Keep making him the man that you are guiding him to be, Father God. Father God, provide for him, guide him, send him everything he needs, send him every person he needs so he can create this what all the dreams and goals that you have in his head. It's not something that he's inventing, Father God. You're giving this to him so he can create something beautiful for you through him. And I know that, God. And that's why I give him an opportunity because you sent him to me years ago and I still couldn't figure it out, Father God. But I appreciate you for putting this young man in my life because not only am I helping him, Father God, but he helps me. He helps me because I always think that I don't have supporters, but this young man has been a supporter of mine for years. Father God, thank you for putting Dak in my life. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity so we can sit down together and just chop it up and just enjoy ourselves, Father God. Thank you so much for putting him in my life. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Father God, for everything you do for Dak, for his family. Watch over his son every single day when he's not with him. Watch over him. Watch little Dak even when he's with his mom, with his dad, with his grandma, with his grandpa, with everybody. Watch over him for life because, he's your son. He's your son, and watch over his nephews and his nieces and his whole family and all his whole entire family, Father God. I pray to you, Father God, in the name of your son, Jesus Christ, which me and Dak love with all of our hearts. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Dak.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you have faith, you show love, you give hope, and you let go and you let God. And Dak is out.
I'm out.
Dak, make sure you follow, make sure you go on his page and follow all his pages, and there'll be down in the description. I'm gonna put as many pages as I can find in the descriptions. You'll be able to click on it, go on his page, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
YOGI'S SHOW. Yeah. Grew up bouncing house to house, different towns every year. Dad job hopping, mom holding it down. I was stuck in the middle of the field. Back and forth, school to school, wondering if I'd even pass. Safe in both homes, but the moving never let the pain pass. Then I lost my little nephew, 6 months taken too soon. That fear still sits in my chest every time my son leave the room. I swear I can't trust nobody watching me when I ain't around. That pain turned into music, every bar I put down. DAK on YOGI'S show, finally telling my truth. From the heartbreak and the losses to the man I'm turning into. DAK on YOGI'S show, yeah, they waited years for this. Now the world get to hear what I've been holding in. She was supposed to be forever, ring on her finger, family around. Baby shower, proposal, thought we was building solid ground. Then the lies started stacking, location off, flowers from another guy. Came home to my own house, locked all my stuff outside. Almost lost myself after that, almost didn't make it through. But my son looked at me like I'm Superman, so I had to choose. Signed up for therapy, sat in that chair and said the real me. Why is that little boy, he need his daddy? DAK on YOGI'S show, finally telling my truth. From the heartbreak and the losses to the man I'm turning into. DAK on YOGI'S show, yeah, they waited years for this. Now the world get to hear what I've been holding in. Mom stay with me now, she my best friend in this life. Dad, we fishing again, trying to make them wrongs right. I want a house out the city, some land and some peace. Raise my son different, break the cycle, give him what I never seen. Music still my therapy, every song, get it out. I thank God I woke up again, that's what this life about. DAK on YOGI'S show.